Hello all, welcome to the Solidworks tutorials. In this video I am going to show you how to draw the various parts of screw jack using Solidworks. In screw jack we have 7 parts, namely the body, the nut, the screw, the cup, the washer, then the second screw and the tommy bar. So first I am going to draw the parts individually, then I am going to assemble it. First we will start with the body. Open Solidworks, click New and create a new part. First I am going to draw this section and I am going to revolve it so that I will get the whole body assembly. Select the front plane, click Sketch, draw the outline of the body. Select Smart Dimension and mark all the dimensions. So the outer diameter is 140 divided by 2. Then the inner diameter is 100 mm, so the radius is 50. And in the top side, to draw the dimensions, I am going to draw a center line. The topmost diameter is 70 mm, so the radius is 35 mm. The inner radius is 25 mm and the neck radius is 66 by 3, that is, it is 66 by 2, that is 33 mm. Then this radius is 50 mm since the diameter is 100. Then the distance between these two lines is 3 mm. The overall height is 185 mm and the height of this section is 40 mm. Then the height of the bottom section is 20 mm. Now these two lines are in parallel. So to make this parallel, click Control, select these two lines and select parallel. Then click OK. Now the gap between these two parallel lines is 10 mm. Now select the top point of the center line and any point of the top edge and make it as horizontal, so the drawing is fully defined. There will be no minus symbol near the sketch. Now go to Features, click Revolve Boss, click OK. Now to create the chamfer in this region, now to create the fillet in this region, go to Fillet, the radius is 8 and select the section, then click OK. Now the body is made of cast iron, so right click on the material, click Edit Material, go to Iron and click Grey Cast Iron, click Apply and Close. Now save this part in a new folder. The name of the part is Body. Close this. Next I am going to draw the nut. In the nut I am going to draw this section and I am going to revolve this. Create a new part. Select the front plane, select Sketch and draw the cut section of the nut. go to smart dimension and mark all the dimensions. So the outermost diameter is 90 mm, so the radius is 45, and this radius is 25. Then the thickness of this section is 10 mm. The overall height is 45 mm, and this gap is of 10 mm. Then the inner radius, so the inner diameter is 39, the inner radius is 39 divided by 2. Now click this point, select any one of the point in the bottom line and make it as horizontal. Further, these two lines are in collinear, so click Ctrl and select these two lines and make it as collinear. Now the drawing is fully defined. So to revolve this, I am going to create a center line, and you can see a blue color dot here. So to make this as black color, click Ctrl, select the point and any one of the point in the top edge and make it as horizontal. Now the sketch is fully defined. Go to Features, Revolve Boss, click OK. Now to create the fillet in this region, select Fillet. The fillet radius is given as 5 mm. You can see it in the image. The fillet radius is 5 mm. So select the regions 1, 2 and 3. Now click OK. So this part is made of ASI 1020. So right click on the material, select Edit Material, go to Steel and select ASI 1020, click Apply and Close. Now save this part. The name is nut. So here we have to create a internal thread that is specified in the drawing. So it's a square thread of diameter 39 into 4. The pitch is 4 mm. So go to Thread, select the edge and select the starting surface and the end surface. So it is M39 into 4. So select M39 into 4 and trim the start face and trim with end face. So since we are adding internal thread, we have to extrude the thread. So click OK. Now we have created the thread. Save the drawing. Next I am going to draw the third part, that is screw. So click New. So here also I am going to draw the right side section and I am going to revolve this. Click Part, select the front plane and click Sketch. So select the line and draw the right side. Just draw the outline. Go to Smart Dimension and mark all the dimensions. So this diameter radius is 39 by 2. Then the overall radius is 65 by 2. Then the top radius is 22 by 2, that is 11 mm. And the height of this section is 13 mm. Then from the top, this edge is 83 mm. Then the overall height is 240 mm. So now I have given all the dimensions. Go to features, click revolve boss and select the center line and click OK. Now I have to create the threads here. So go to thread, select the edge, select the starting and select the end face. Then the size is M39.4. So here you have to select the cut thread, trim with the start face and trim with the end face. So now we have created the thread. So in the top we have to create a hole. So go to, so actually the hole is an advanced hole. It's a threaded hole. So go to hole wizard and this is the given hole type. So select the hole type and the dimension is given as M12 here. So I have selected M12 and change it to blind. The height is 30 mm. So select the type as helicoil tab drill because it is a drilled hole. So go to position, select 3D sketch, then select the surface, then click escape, click control, select the center point and the diameter and click concentric so that it will be located at the center point. Now click OK. So inside this hole you can see that it's a tapered hole. So inside this hole we have to create the thread. So go to thread, select the start point, starting edge, then starting face and create thread up to 30 mm. So the thread size is M12. So it is M12 into 1.5. Since we are creating internal thread, click extrude thread, then trim at the start and the end face. Click OK. So now we have created the thread at the top. Next I am going to chamfer. So click chamfer and the chamfer distance is given as 10 into 45 degree. So it is 10 into 45 degree, it is preset. Select the edges you want to chamfer. Sorry. Then click OK. Now there is a hole of diameter 12 mm here. So select any one of the vertical plane and draw a cylinder of diameter 12 mm. And from the bottom edge, the height is given as 35. Okay. So to make this fully constrained, click Control, select the origin and select the center point of the circle and click vertical. So now the circle is black in color. So go to features, select extrude cut and click midplane, click and drag the arrow and select OK. Now we have created the hole at the center. Further we have to create the knurled surface, that is very important. So for that select this surface, click sketch, draw a circle, then click Control, select the circle and select the inner circle and click concentric to make the center as same and click co-radial so that the radius will be equal. So now I have created a circle. I'm going to convert this circle into a helix. So go to curves, select helix and spiral. So change the direction, click the arrow and move it. The pitch height is 70 mm because in the image you can see that the overall height is 83 and this section height is 13 mm. So the remaining height will be 70 mm. So the pitch is 70 mm and the number of revolutions is 1. Click OK. So now I have created the helix. Further select the surface, click sketch and draw a center rectangle. Then mark the dimensions. So roughly I am going to select 1:1. Now click the center point of the rectangle, click Control and select the helix and click Pierce. Then click OK. Now exit the sketch, go to Features, click Swept Cut. So this is the rectangle what I have drawn and the path is the helix. Then click OK. So now I have created a single cut. Now you can click the helix and you can hide this. Here you can see a single cut. Now I am going to pattern this. Go to circular pattern. So select the cylindrical surface and features to pattern. Select the tree and select the cut sweep. And I am going to pattern 10 times. Then click OK. So now we have created in one direction. Now I am going to create it in the another direction. So again select the sketch, select the top plane, draw a circle, click Control and select the two circles, click concentric and co-radial, click OK, then go to Features, Curves and convert it as a helix or spiral. So the data is already set, so you can simply click OK. So you can see, so here actually we have to create the helix in the opposite direction. So edit the feature and select counterclockwise because previously we have selected clockwise. Now I have drawn the helix. Further click the top surface, click sketch and draw a center rectangle. So follow the same procedure of size 1:1. Now click Control, select the center point of the rectangle and the helix and click Pierce. Now exit the sketch, go to Features, click Sweep Cut and select the path as the helix. Then click OK. Now in the counterclockwise direction, I have created a single cut. You can see that. Now I am going to pattern this. Select circular pattern, select the direction as the cylindrical surface and the feature as the final cut swept. And I am going to use 10 pattern, then click OK. Now you can hide the helix. So we have created the knurling. Now this part is made of AISI 1020. So right click on the material, edit the material and select the material as AISI 1020. Click apply and close this. So save this. The name is screw. Now close the part. Next I am going to draw the cup. So in the cup also I am going to draw the right side and I am going to revolve this. So go to new, select a part, select the front plane, click sketch and draw the outline of the cup. Okay, so go to smart dimension and mark all the dimensions. So this radius is 45 by 2 and the inner radius is 11 as the diameter is 22 and the height is 42. Then this height is 12 mm. Now this radius is 38 by 2. So these two lines are already in parallel. If these two lines are not in parallel, then click Control, select these two lines and select parallel. Now it is already in parallel condition, so I am going to click Escape. Then the gap between these two lines is 6 mm. Now the drawing is fully constrained. To revolve this, I am going to create a center line and I am going to click the topmost point and make it as horizontal. Now select Features, click Revolve Boss, then click OK. So here I am going to create a cut of radius 5 mm. So select any one of the vertical plane, click Sketch, draw a circle of radius 5 mm and the diameter is 10 mm. So here I have drawn the circle exactly at the center point. Then go to Features, select Extrude Cut, extend this and click OK. Similarly, I have to create cut in all the 4 directions. So I am going to pattern this, select circular pattern, select the direction as the cylindrical surface and the feature is the cut extrude and I am going to pattern it 4 times. Then click OK. Now this is made of ASI1020. So edit the material and go to ASI1020. So save it. The name is cup. So close this. Next I am going to draw part number 5, that is washer. So click new part. So in washer also I am going to draw the one part and I am going to revolve this. So select the front plane, click sketch and draw the outline of the washer. Click smart dimension and mark all the dimensions. So the outer radius is 35 by 2. The inner radius is 14.5 by 2. Then this radius is 25 by 2. Then the height is 8 mm and to draw the inclination I am going to draw a center line. So now click smart dimension and select these 2 lines and you can draw the inclination. So actually the overall inclination is 90 degree. So for one side it is 45 degree. So to make this blue as black, click Control, select the point and select any one of the point on the part and click horizontal. Now it is fully defined. So go to Features, select Extrude Boss, click OK. So the washer is also made of AISI 1020. So edit the material and change it to AISI 1020. Save this. The name is washer. Next I am going to draw the sixth part, that is the small screw. So create a new part. Select the front plane. So I'm going to draw the right side of the screw and I'm going to revolve this. So click this line and make it as vertical. So click Smart Dimension and the radius of the bolt is 6 mm. Since the diameter is 12 and the top radius is 12 mm, since the diameter is 24, then this height is 6 mm and this inclination is 45 degree. So it is already specified, so you can click cancel. Then the overall height is 30 mm. Okay. Click OK, go to Feature, click Revolve Boss, click the center line, then click OK. So here we have to create a slot at the top. So the slot width is 2 mm and the height is 3 mm. So select any one of the vertical plane, click Sketch and draw a corner rectangle by touching the top face. So the width is 2 mm and the height is 3 mm. So now to make it as center, I am going to create a center line. So start the center line from the center and touch the topmost edge. Now click the center of the center line and the edge of the rectangle and select midpoint. Then click OK. Now it is fully defined. Go to Features, click Extrude Cut, select midplane, click and drag the arrow to increase the dimension. Click OK. Now we have created the slot. Next we have to create the thread. The thread size is given as M12. So go to Thread, select the edge, select the starting face. Now change it to up to selection and select the end face. So here the thread size is M12 into 1.5. So here select cut thread as it is external thread, then trim the surfaces and click OK. Now we have created the thread. So this part is also made of AISI 1020. Change the material. Now save this. This is screw 2. Finally, I am going to draw the Tommy bar. So here also I am going to draw the top side and I am going to revolve this. So select a new part, click front plane, draw the top side of the Tommy bar. Mark the dimensions. So the radius is 6 mm. The outer radius is 10 mm. The inclination is actually 45, but from the vertical it is 45 plus 90, it is 135 degree. Then the overall length is 275 mm. Then this length is 62 mm. Okay. Now click OK. Go to Features. Click Revolve Boss. Select the center line. Click OK. So now I am going to create the knurling in this surface. So again follow the same procedure. Select the surface, click Sketch and draw a circle. So click these two circles and make it as co-radial and concentric. Now go to Feature, convert this into a helix. So here the height is 100 mm as it is mentioned. So it is 100 mm. Click OK. Now again select this surface, click Sketch, draw a center rectangle of size 1 mm into 1 mm. Now click Ctrl, select the center point of the rectangle and the helix and make it as pierce. Now go to Features, exit from the drawing, click Swept Cut and select the path as helix. Click OK. So now I have created one cut. I am going to pattern this. So go to Circular Pattern, select the cylindrical surface as the face. So the sweep is already selected and number of pattern is 10. So I have created in the clockwise direction. Next I am going to create the knurling in the counterclockwise direction. So again follow the same procedure. Draw a circle. So click Ctrl and select the two circles. So if you can't select the circle, you can rotate it. Make it as concentric and co-radial. Now go to Features and convert the circle into a helix. So here select clockwise direction because previously we have selected counterclockwise direction. Click OK. Now again select the surface, click Sketch and draw a center rectangle of dimension 1 mm into 1 mm. Now click Ctrl, select the center point of the rectangle and the helix and make it as pierce. Now go to Features, exit the sketch, click Swept Cut and select the helix, then click OK. Now I have created one cut in the opposite direction. Now I am going to pattern this. Go to Circular Pattern, select the direction as the cylindrical surface. So here already I have selected 10. So click OK. Now I have drawn the Tommy bar. Change the material as AASI 1020. In this video I have drawn all the parts of the screw jack. In the next video I am going to show you how to assemble it. Thank you.